We talk a lot about recruiting, and we'll dive into that in a minute, but how are we doing on retention, and are we retaining the right people?
Yes, so that's a great question, because you'll see I'm a big social media user, I lurk in some places, I comment in others, but I think it's important to understand what our sailors are talking about. But recruiting and retention get lumped in together all the time. Recruiting and retention is not so good, it's not going well. Recruiting is going...
I just want to correct you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, sorry. So thank you. Yeah, that's what I see and that's what I hear sometimes.
Yeah.
To be clear, recruiting is at retention. I'll get my facts straight here. Retention is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
It really is.
Really.
We are. I mean, I won't get into the technical aspect of this, how we measure it by zone and things like that. But our first-term sailors are staying at historic rates. Our senior enlisted folks, 10 years and above careerists are staying, around 110%. Overall, it's about 108% of goal. And we set some really aggressive goals, understanding that recruiting was a challenge. So the incentives that we're setting for sailors to stay Navy, to incentivize them to do the things we need them to do, they are responding. They are absolutely responding. As we develop future initiatives under this billet-based advancement, pillar, we'll have to keep evolving that. We'll have to keep our pulse on the retention of the behavior of the sailor to make sure we're getting the right folks, like you're talking about. It's not just about mass here, but we have to keep the right folks. And we are now starting an effort where we're really getting down to each individual rating. And while right now, we have more sailors eligible for selective reenlistment bonuses than ever before, there are some ratings we should probably start to take some risk in, because they're right around 100% or in excess of 100%. So we can maybe back off their selective reenlistment bonus a little bit, which may cause some challenges there, but you got to figure out where to take a risk. Because we have some really critical skills that we're going to need now and going forward. So how do we incentivize those folks correctly? And it's not always about money. Geographic stability matters as you get more senior. You get more things. You get married. You have children. Families have careers. Family have goals and ideas, and they just have roots. So we get a large population of sailors who make a decision to stay Navy because of the opportunity to stay where they are. They don't have to move. And Admiral Bays and NPC and the team down there have done a really good job about stabilization, for lack of a better term. In 2023, 30% of all of our orders were no cost, same geographic area. That's the highest it's been in a long time.
30%, so 30% of people that had orders weren't moving.
Correct.
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. Sounds low, but it's really high for the Navy because we are expeditionary.
I remember when it was less than 1. I mean, I don't know what the number was, but you expected to move when you got orders.
I was PERS 4. We would hover between 18 and 22%, for any given year. And now, 30% last year, trying to make the, good decisions for sailors and the family and the Navy at the same time.
That's great.